This is a unique earnings season, of course, coming off three failures, at least in the regional bank space, and a lot of concerns here about what the response is going to be by the other banks.
Absolutely. This is a huge earnings season. Starts Friday with some of the big banks. And all I say, and this is my fourth decade of analyzing.
4 decades, okay.
About my fourth decade.
Okay, all right.
Not there yet. But what I say is let the sun shine in.
Yeah.
All right, so sunlight is the best disinfectant. The banks have a good story to tell, and I just released a report a few hours ago with my 12 questions for bank CEOs.
Okay.
By the way, this is not for someone who reports to CEO, for the CEO.
Right.
And I just want to know more about funding and credit and regulation, because the banks have a good story to tell.
Well,
we're looking.
Well, what's that story?
Well, we're looking for 10% year-over-year earnings growth for the big banks. That's 10%. That's more than I had expected once we finished our earnings model. Look, we lowered our estimates. We get it, but still 10%. The other part of the story is I see a bank crisis discount in the bank stocks of 20 to 25%.
You see that now?
I see that now.
Okay, yeah.
And there's a bank index called the BKX. It's 80. I could see that going up to 100, or kind of back to par, if you will, in over a couple months if we get past this period of contagion.
Yeah.
And look at the job that Washington, D.C. has done. In terms of that first weekend, the Fed backstop with the liquidity, resolving some of the problem banks and selling them, Silicon Valley and Credit Suisse. And then you have Congress and the White House, and they're saying, let's make changes, but let's not disrupt things right now. Like the White House said, we want changes after a, quote, considerable transition period. So I think they've gotten a little bit more intelligent, knock on wood, okay? But in these 4 weeks since Silicon Valley failed, to preserve the near term while reinforcing the long term. And by the way, the biggest banks benefit not only from their scale benefits, but having had so much more regulation that make them more resilient for times like now.